You just said a bad word. Wash your mouth out with Jura Journey. Hello and welcome to another Whisky Trials. Hopefully you've seen all my previous videos and you know exactly what I'm all about, what I like and what I don't like. If not, I'll tell you. One of the ones I don't like is Jura. I don't really like it, but it's changed. They've changed apparently. Everything's changed. I don't know what's changed, but what has changed? The Isle of Jura. It's from the Isle of Jura. The Journey. Did they not have a Journey before? I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones I didn't like. I don't know. A refined balance of rich fruit and gently smoky notes from maturation in American white oak ex-bourbon casks. Right, the back of it has a big map of Jura, where it is. Not like it's like a big leg that says Scotland there. Alright. Like that's all of Scotland, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it's 40%, right? So I know that Jura have potentially rebranded. I think they might have changed the bottles. They may have changed the names. They may have changed the taste. Do you know what? I haven't paid too much attention to what Jura have been doing because I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want it. I want that one. I don't like it. Right? So I'm not that keen on old Jura. But I bought this because Sarah sent me a message and she sent me a picture of the new Jura range in Tesco's. And this one started at 35 quid. 35 pounds there. And I went up to the co-op locally and it was at 25 quid. So I was like, right, that's a tenner off. Now is my chance to try it, to feel it, to get the journey going, to appreciate what Jura lovers love in Jura. Will I love the same things? I don't know. I'm going to take a little drink of water. I had just one of those. I've just filmed a couple of Whisky Trials and I had one of these whiskey chocolates which was actually really nice. So hopefully the chocolate and the water cleanse my palate a bit and I can give this a fair go. I like the bottle. Kind of like the feel of it that way. It's got a big chunky cork. Makes a good noise. No tasting notes on the back. Don't know if there's tasting notes on the back of this. Is there? Nope. No tasting notes. Just oh wait a minute. So it says it's golden colour. It's hardly any of them aren't. Aromas of vanilla spice, citrus and a hint of sea spray, followed by cinnamon, pears, pecans and toffee fudge in the aftertaste. So it's like the afterthought was the tasting notes. I quite like the I don't know if you can see it with the shine, but it's got the like the map outlines, like the depth outlines of the ocean and stuff around about. It's kind of cool. So quite like their new, and they've got the cracked kind of leather look on their the bottle logo bit. So by all accounts, the branding guys are doing a good job. Let's see if the distiller people are. Right. I'll stick that there and I'll stick that there so you can see it, and if I want to I can zoom in and out of it. But I probably won't because it takes more time in the edit. Interesting nose. I'm getting honeycomb. You know the honeycomb sweet, the dessert that people make. with something else. But when I first got this, you can see I've tasted it a little bit. When I first got this, I thought it smelled like a scented candle. With, you know, vanilla and, I don't know, other sort of spiciness that, I mean, it didn't smell bad. I quite like the smell of some scented candles. So, it's almost like a marzipan-y. Smelled it. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, so the first time I was kind of like scented candle. Sort of a sweetness and spicy notes covered in a kind of waxiness. And do you know what? When I can, it still comes through a little bit. When I try and, the thing about Jura is that I've got this thing with it that when I first started to taste it, or I tasted it for the first few times, I had a real soapiness to it. I just didn't like it. I didn't understand how people could like a soapy flavoured whiskey. It smells different. It's a very different smelling whiskey from other ones. So that's interesting. And I have to say, it has changed a little bit since I've opened the bottle and had it open for a while. Maybe it's just one of these ones that need to have a bit of air and mature a bit. There's still that. I still get it. I still get it. Like a, oh, like I want to wipe my, kind of want to wipe my tongue. There's like a oily soapiness. It is like it's a scented candle, and that scented candle has melted down a little bit, and you're drinking it. And it's left this waxy kind of coating on your face. No, it's not that bad, but it's... now I'm getting it. That soapy smell. What is that? Why does it smell like that? I don't get it. I think that maybe there's like a seaweedy kind of note to it. Maybe people describe it as that, I don't know. But the top note of that, before it goes into the slight kind of seaweed smell, is like soap. It's like a whiskey that you'd have. It's like a whiskey your mum would give you if you swore too much. But do you know what? I don't think it's as bad as it used to be. I don't think I dislike it as much as I used to. I think this kind of depends. I don't think I can drink a Jura as my first nip. You know, the first nip's quite an important nip. And I really don't think my first nip can be Jura. I think it's got to be something else. I think I've got to build myself up to a Jura almost like a Lafroig. It's got a different, or maybe a certain extreme level of taste that I'm not used to, and potentially I can't handle straight away. And I think that might be the same with Jura. So I'm not saying that it's awful. I'm just not saying that I like it. And I don't know. I kind of want to like everything. I kind of want to be like, wow, that's great. I'm picking this out and that out and all the rest of it. But I don't know. There's just something about me and Jura that doesn't quite mix. But tell you what, I'll do. Pardon me. Jeez, I'm just gonna stick. I'm gonna get 2 drops of water in there. See if that just makes any difference. Might just make it bubblier, you know, with the soapiness. Still that waxy, soapy overtone actually on the smell. Like I get the honeycomb kind of crisp kind of smell, but take my nose away from it, I can get a bit of vanilla. But when I stick my nose right in, I get that waxy kind of soapiness. And I don't like it. You might like it. If you like it, I don't know, maybe you're harking back to a time where you used to swear a lot and your mum would stick a bar of soap in your mouth and you'd be like, goddamn love that soap in my mouth. Thankfully, my mother never did that to me. I was obviously a very good boy. Yeah, it's not as bad. I tell you what, if I'd had this first, so I've already filmed like 2 whiskey trials, so I've had a couple of nips. If I'd have filmed the Jura first, I guarantee you I would have been a lot more negative about it. Absolutely. Because I've had it first. Like I've come in from work and I thought I'm going to try it and see what like, and I've never enjoyed it when I've had it first. But you know what? I can almost get it. Almost get it. Once I've had a few nips. Which is kind of weird, I guess. It is what it is. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just the thing I've got. But I tell you what, if we were going for a night out, and you bought me a Jura to start the night off, I would not be impressed. But you know, a few nips in, if you said, "Haha, surprise! Guess what this is?" and I went, I don't know, what is it? And you said a Jura, I'd be like, actually, not that bad, not as bad as I remember it. So it's definitely a positioned whiskey. Would be a thing, a positioned whiskey. So this one is not one for me that I try first. It's like a Lafroig. Like I don't try a Lafroig first. I don't go for Lafroig first. I build myself up to it. But I build myself up to a Lafroig because it's got like extreme flavours in terms of like smoke and peat, and that tends to be like a whiskey thing. You know, that is a whiskey thing. That is a whiskey flavour. It's the heavy smoke and the heavy peat. That can be a whiskey thing. But I'm building myself up to a Jura because it's like a soapy thing, a waxy thing. I don't know. Or because my taste buds have become like lessened, I'm not as attuned to the soapiness and the waxiness that I get. Kind of feels like, why would you bother? You know, like I wouldn't build myself up to a Jura if I'm on a night out and we're having a few whiskies and I'm building myself up to like the Lafroigs and the Lagavulins. Like I'm not going to build myself up to a Jura. I'm going to be like, I'm going to go through the steps that I want, and then I'm going to have something, you know, on the extreme scale. Like this isn't like an extreme tasting whiskey. It's just a weird one for me. It's a soapy and waxy one, like I said. So it doesn't fit in for me. It doesn't fit into my when would I ever drink this? when would when would anybody ever drink this? I don't know. Oh man, I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. And actually, this is the best it's ever been on the trials. I'm always surprised by stuff, because sometimes like I'll have stuff out with the trials, and then I'll bring it into the trials, and I'm like, actually, it's not as good as when I tried it when there wasn't a camera in my face. But this one, it's kind of the opposite. It's not as bad. So let me just tell you how bad this was for me during the week. Yeah, getting the after soapy kind of low level waxy kind of feel. So let me just tell you how bad this was for me during the week. I'm not really one for polluting single malts. A little bit of water, maybe in extreme cases like ice if I'm really hot per se. But I will never put like Coke or mixers or anything like that in it, right? But I poured myself one of these the other night, and I disliked it so much that I had to put some ginger wine in it and make it a whiskey mac to be able to finish it. That's how bad it was. So I'm kind of confused. I don't really know what to tell you on this one. I think it may well just be like a real thing for me, a personal thing for me, or maybe it's I'd love to know your comments. How do you think that Jura tastes? Do you feel like there's a soapiness? Do you feel like there's a slight waxiness to it? Because I can't quite get myself past it. I think what I want to do is I'm gonna do a blind tasting, and I'm gonna have, say, 4 or 5 whiskies, and one of them is going to be this, and it's not going to be poured by me, obviously, and it's going to be hidden, and I'm gonna taste all the whiskies, and then I'm gonna see if I can pinpoint them out, because I really feel like this has got a very distinct flavour for me, and I don't like it very much. So it'll be interesting if I can pick it out of a lineup, like a dirty criminal. But yeah, so we'll see. I'm sorry, Jura. It's like I wouldn't buy it again. Not for 25 quid. Not for 35 quid like it was in Tesco's. I could not bring myself to part with that kind of money for this. It's just not my thing. And it may well be me. I welcome all the comments below. Hopefully there's people out there that can change my mind or try and tell me different flavours, but I don't know. I thought I'd read something about Jura before, about the way that they distilled, and maybe there was some soap or something involved. I can't remember. I'm going to look at that, and then maybe wee Jock will tell them, you wee dick. So either wee Jock will tell you, or I'll tell you in the comments. But do you know, I just can't recommend it, and it just puts me off getting any other Juras. I don't want to go up the age statement, so it's like okay, I'm looking down here at some of the ones I've had before. So the Talisker, so they've come out with the Talisker Sky, and then they've got the the other one, which I can't remember right now. So they've got the Expressions, but then I bought, because I enjoyed the Talisker Sky so much, I bought the Talisker 10, and I enjoyed that. And now I want to move up the Talisker ranks. And this is where Jura is absolutely failing me, because I'm not going to spend any money on Jura. This was like a complete spur of the moment thing, because Sarah had sent me that message saying Jura's changed its range, and you know, this is it in Tesco's, and this was 35 quid, and because it was a tenner cheaper in a Co-op, I thought I'm just going to give it a chance and just see. And I'm glad it did it. But also it's reaffirmed the fact that I don't want to move on with the Juras. It's just not my thing. And it's not that it's an island thing, or it's, you know, I like my Highlands, I like my islands, and I like my lowlands. Obviously I love my Speysides. And have I tried any Campbelltowns? I don't know, but I'm sure there's some that I like. But Jura, from the Isle of Jura, oh man, I can't get into it. Why can't I get into it? I want to get into it. I feel like I should be able to get into it, but nope, not for me. Normally at this point I would pour myself another one just to like toast you guys, but I'm not going to do that. And on that massive bombshell, I'm going to say good night. Subscribe below, follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. Please support me. That's all I ask, is that maybe you drop myself a wee comment, a wee like, whatever. It's all good. A lot of time goes into these videos, so if I've said something that you've enjoyed, please show your appreciation, and I will be doing much more in the future. There's loads more cool stuff to come. There really is. So thanks so much for watching. Honestly, you really don't know what a view means to me. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers!